after that interception. Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck it, line up Ellie Marpet as a fullback and hand him the ball.
Right. I don't understand that strategy. Like, fumbles are going to happen. You benching a guy for the rest of the game isn't going to stop him from ever fumbling again, and is taking away a key weapon for you. Like,
right. Yeah, so that's my in-depth analysis of the game. Anything that I missed? Any key moments that you think I should have brought up that I didn't? You brought up the pass interference. Tyron Smith cost the Cowboys a huge gain. I think it was like 32-yard catch that CeeDee Lamb had, that a holding penalty by Tyron Smith because he's old and he's getting beat by Ndamukong Suh. He's just not getting it done the way he used to. And then Connor Williams is terrible. I think what the Cowboys should do is when La'el Collins comes back, move Connor Williams to backup and just let Connor McGovern be the starting guard. Because he filled in for Zach Martin, who was on the COVID list, and he played extremely well for a second-year player who literally had, like 1 game's worth of experience. So I'm pretty pleased with Connor McGovern as well. Penn State guy, I might add. But yeah, it was a good game for the Cowboys offense, an okay game for the Cowboys defense. Overall, solid game for Dallas. I think if either team comes away with a negative on this, the Buccaneers should have been able to do more to Dallas's defense. So if I have to look at which team I feel worse about, it's the Buccaneers.
I mean, a win is a win, but I guess I get what you're saying.
All right. So then let's move on. The Eagles played against the Falcons, man.
Absolutely
smoked them. Eagles won 32-6. Jalen Hurts, an offensive explosion for him, 264 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. Matt Ryan held without a passing touchdown. The Falcons held without a touchdown. Cordero Patterson.
They looked awful across the board. They looked like they were just a complete mess. The the Eagles knew exactly what they were doing on every offensive play and just shut it down. Eagles' run defense was great. Their passing defense was fine. Matt Ryan was messy. Calvin Ridley couldn't get separation. Kyle Pitts looked okay for a rookie tight end, but is not a replacement for Julio Jones.
Yeah, I'm not
just a mess.
I'm not all that excited for my 6th overall pick if I see he's only getting 4 catches for 31 yards and he's supposed to be one of the 3 best pieces on my team, But,
yeah, I mean, I just think Matt Ryan might be done. That's what it looked like this game. We'll see. It's 1 game, but he looked really bad. And, the Eagles' defense is good, but I don't think they're league best defense. So the Falcons have some real questions to answer.
That secondary is pretty scary for the Eagles. Let me just pull up their depth chart real quick. They have Darius Slay. Just a second. Eagles depth chart. All right. So their 2 corners are Steven Nelson and Darius Slay. Their strong safeties, Rodney McLeod, and their free safeties, Anthony Harris. So that is a good to very good secondary. Now, then you get to the linebackers, Singleton, Wilson, Avery. Not great. The defensive ends are Graham, who's getting older, and Derek Barnett. Not, names that are going to push anything for me. Fletcher Cox is still really good. Javon Hargrave, not someone that really gets me going. They got Josh Sweat and Ryan Kerrigan, who are 2 very capable backups. So the defense as a whole, I'm not impressed with. That secondary is a problem.
Yeah. You should be able to run on the Eagles at least. and then, running on them, they should have to commit to defending the run, and that's when you can open up your pass game. The Falcons could not move on them. They were 3 for 14 on third down.
That's not even
yards for the full game.
That's not even an issue with the
passing yards.
Yeah, look at the rushing. Cordero Patterson, the starting running back, who was a wide receiver, by the way, 7 carries for 54 yards, and he was running it up the middle. They weren't doing like jet sweep crazy shit with him. They just handed him the ball, and he went off center up the left side and was gashing them. He was killing them. The problem is...
Yeah, what happened to Mike Davis this game? Isn't he supposed to be their starting running back?
I think, if I remember correctly, wasn't he going to be limited because of an injury? He ran the ball 15 carries for 49 yards. So, I mean, that's not terrible. That's 3.3 yards per carry. But you had Cordero Patterson, getting 7.7. How is that not going to open up your passing game? How is Calvin Ridley not going to be able to get the ball? Hayden Hurst got it 4 times for 28 yards. Russell Gage didn't even catch the ball once. He was only targeted twice. This team is... I feel like they're just shooting themselves in the foot. And, of course, let me look at the game cast real quick to see the scoring breakdown. Yeah, so at the end of the third quarter, they were already down 22-6. So they had to... they had to really put, their foot on the gas a little bit, which then lends itself to taking away the run, and you have to pass. But that was just a terrible performance by Atlanta. I don't know if I should be impressed with Philly or more disappointed with Atlanta. But
I think a little of column A, a little of column B. I think Eagles, Hurts really showed that he deserves to be a starter in the NFL. He looked really good. Devontae Smith looked excellent for a rookie wideout. Super happy I got him in Dynasty.
Jalen Reagor's essentially a rookie. He played 7 snaps last year and had a season-ending injury. Essentially a rookie if you're looking at it that way.
Looked solid.
Yeah, who else had scores for them? Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, obviously very good tight end. Kenny Gainwell, running back from Memphis, had a rushing touchdown.
He looked good. I think Miles Sanders' days are numbered with Kenny G in there. The new Kenny G, the younger, better Kenny G.
Yeah, I loved watching Memphis. Man, their whole running back squad for the past 5 years, they've had, I think going back to 6 years actually, Darrell Henderson and Tony Pollard, fucking nuts. And then Kenny Gainwell just fucking cramming it down people's throats. Memphis is going to be the new running back U. Watch out, Georgia. Watch out, Alabama. It's Memphis.
Yep. Yeah, Falcons D was also abysmal. Some of those runs were just straight up the middle on obvious running situations, and he just busted right through. Him and Miles Sanders would just bust right through, and they couldn't tackle a child, I don't think. So yeah, I'd be very worried if I was a Falcons fan, and I'd be, pretty cautiously optimistic if I was an Eagles fan that they looked solid. But Falcons also just looked awful, so.
Yeah.
It's one game, though.
Yeah, it is one game.
He's going to bounce back. Yeah, they certainly could. I'd just be, they're supposed to be more of a win-now team given Matty Ice's age and whatnot, and they don't look it.
All right, let's move on.
See how the running game goes, because I know a lot of people were high on Mike Davis, so.
Yep, a lot of people are high on Mike Davis. A lot. Let's move on because we got a lot of other games to talk about. Next game, Steelers-Bills. Steelers come away with a 23-16 victory in Buffalo. Ben Roethlisberger, 188 passing yards and a touchdown. Josh Allen, 270 passing yards and a touchdown. Devin Singletary, 11 carries, 72 yards. Najee Harris, 16 for 45. Juju Smith-Schuster, 4 catches, 52 yards. Stephon Diggs, 9 for 69. Gabe Davis, I like him a lot, but you need more on offense than one touchdown to beat the Steelers' defense.
That Buffalo run game was inflated, too, as we can see by Singletary. That was more at the end of the game. And as a Bills fan, I'm actually a little bit concerned with that. Because, I mean, I'm hoping that once we get Zach Moss back and he's healthy, it does help open up the passing game a little bit more. But it was scary to see, like, literally almost every passing play in that game was read on the spot by that Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, and also, like, you guys, just going through the scores and everything, you guys got beat by a blocked punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's the difference in the game right there.
Yeah, it was a strong defensive game for both teams, a bit of a tale of two halves. Pitt didn't put up any points in the first and then put up 23 in the second. Buffalo had 10 in the first and then a late touchdown that, wasn't quite enough.
Sloppy play, though.
18 of the 39 points came on field goals.
Yeah, I mean, we also had, 5 holding calls in the first quarter alone.
Yeah.
That's certainly helped. It's not a sloppy play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Buffalo
too concerned.
Yardage and whatnot looked okay, looked better, but you can't lose 4 fumbles. You just can't lose 4 fumbles, and they did, they fumbled 4 times. I think they only lost 2 though, actually, but special teams and turnovers were the difference in this game. That block punt was, as Dan said, absolutely game changing. You could see Buffalo literally deflate after that, and Pittsburgh just had all the momentum. Roethlisberger looked okay; he was efficient. Josh Allen looked pretty solid. Obviously struggled against that defense a little bit, but he didn't look bad. I don't know what happened to Stephon Diggs. He kind of, I'm guessing Pittsburgh just did everything they could to shut him down and said, let someone else beat us.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And even shutting him down, he still had 9 catches, 70 yards. That's not a horrible game. If you,
neither quarterback did phenomenal, but it was just seemed like it was one of those games like neither defense really seemed to leave the field. So
if I'm a Bills fan, I don't feel too bad about this game. On the other hand, if I'm a Steelers fan, I feel great about this game. Because we all know the Bills are a good team. Strong defense, good offense. Josh Allen's an MVP caliber quarterback. Stephon Diggs is top 4 wide receiver in the NFL. The run game's a little weak in Buffalo, but it's a good team. Very good team. If I'm the Bills, it was sloppy. Mistakes get made. We're going to fix them. We'll be fine. If I'm Pittsburgh, we took this team that was in the AFC Championship last year. We made them play sloppy. We caused turnovers. We played really well. Coming from a team that is starting to lose its identity because that offensive line isn't very good, Steelers have always had a great defense, but they've always had a good offense to help, give that defense a lot more to work with. They don't have that this year. So the Steelers being able to do what they did, force the turnovers, get the touchdowns on special teams, I feel really good about where the Steelers are if I'm a Steelers fan.
Yeah, I definitely think they're going to give the North's last struggle this year as far as, for the crown. So
they definitely are. Wow, we are 3 games in. We still have 13 games to go. Whew, let's try and breeze through these real quick. These next
time
few.
to rip through the bad games, and then we can talk about the good games.
Yeah, Bengals Vikings. What the fuck happened in the Bengals Vikings game?
That was actually a fun game to watch, but it was so stupid in overtime. Dumbest decisions I've ever seen.
I don't think that was a fumble, by the way. Delvin Cook, he was down.